Hi everyone, and welcome to the Player Review Team channel. Today, we're taking a look at 3 new SBC cards: the long-awaited Kevin De Bruyne, a surprising Robin van Persie, and the consistently meta Lauren James will all try to convince us and you that they're worth completing. Who's the most exciting and who's not even worth your attention? Let's find out. We're giving away 25 million coins and 5 weekend league boosts over the next 4 months, while FC25 is still active. All links in the description. Let's begin with the most anticipated card, at least judging by community hype. Kevin has his own unique body type, stands at 181 centimeters, and unfortunately comes with 4-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot. Not the ideal 5+5 combo, which is quite disappointing for a 1.5 million coin price tag. Don't be surprised to see the engine chemistry style. It's our go-to for maximum responsiveness. That said, you can also opt for Hunter if you're using him as a central attacking midfielder, or Shadow for a box-to-box central midfielder role. Aside from the gold finesse shot plus, what really stands out are his passing play styles, immediately pointing to a role as a playmaker, either in midfield or just behind the forwards. In addition to that, Kevin can play as a shadow striker at cam or a box-to-box central midfielder. One of the first things we noticed was a surprisingly decent speed boost. It felt especially smooth with engine. So yes, Kevin is quite explosive and fast, even without Hunter. As you can see, he's capable of carrying the ball forward thanks to great close control and the default rapid. Another less obvious trait, he's surprisingly solid in tackles, not so much due to aggression or stats, but thanks to his physical model. The Belgian has never been frail, so he can shoulder opponents and come away with the ball. That said, he lacks anticipate, so you'll need to be careful when tackling from behind to avoid fouls. As you may know, Kevin comes with default intercept, and yes, it helps. He also reads the game well, often intercepting automatically. All in all, he performs reliably as a box-to-box. His wide range of passes makes a big difference, not just in variety, but in quality. His long balls, incisive passes, and especially pinged passes all shine. Simply put, De Bruyne is a natural playmaker and will meet all your needs in that area. He's certainly on par with Bruno Fernandes, and even better in some ways, especially when it comes to those golden finesse shots plus. His left stick dribbling is very respectable too, at least with engine. For a playmaker, it's important to have solid agility and, as mentioned, access to finesse shot plus. Kevin has both. He also impressed as a shadow striker, as shown here in this run behind the backline. Again, we see how useful the finesse plus trait is, especially with nearly maxed out shooting stats. Here's an example of his ball control during a sprint. Overall, it's decent. Most importantly, it allows you to fake out defenders expecting a turn or a pass, only for you to slot in another finesse shot. And how could we not mention his silver trivela? Once you push up using R1, trivela shots become a great weapon. Rewinding a bit, we also saw that strong burst of pace at full stride, which opens up another route for shooting on the move. In fact, his stats allow him to score even from a standstill, so he's dangerous not just with finesse shots plus from either foot, but also with trivela shots from the right. He's also brilliant on dead balls, especially if you have Gullit attacking the near post, but you probably already know that. In short, this is a fantastic card. Sure, he lacks 5-star skill moves and isn't the most agile cam, but this is the most responsive Kevin De Bruyne card ever, so if you've been waiting for a big De Bruyne upgrade, build him now. He won't disappoint, especially if you play with 3 central midfielders. However, if you're already used to Bruno and weren't exactly waiting for the Belgian, there's no urgent need to switch, especially if you rarely use finesse shots. Bruno is more agile, but we tend to prefer even quicker players anyway, like Florian Wirtz or the recent Leonardo Fernandes. By the way, if you missed our last in-depth review, check it out. We go into more detail there. We wouldn't bench Putellas either, but again, you can play these cards side by side, just in different roles. Once again, Kevin's card is top tier, and you won't go wrong completing it, especially if you don't rely on skills or trickster and have always been a fan of De Bruyne. Full ratings will be posted tomorrow on our Twitter. Now, on to Robin. Van Persie costs around 650,000 to complete. He comes with 5-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot, and the only correct chemistry style here is engine. Robin is stacked with meta playstyles. He's just missing quick step and any traits related to passing. That said, Van Persie can play cam, but due to the lack of passing playstyles, you're better off using him as a shadow striker, or ideally an advanced forward. Let's get the drawbacks out of the way. Van Persie doesn't have the lengthy acceleration type, so he struggles over distance, even with gold rapid. Another issue is his low aggression, which makes it hard for him to win tackles. Like in this example against Matuidi. Naturally, he won't push past large central defenders either, not the way Ronaldo, Henry or Suarez sometimes do. And even speed boost doesn't always save him, especially when matched against players with partial lengthy acceleration. Still, despite these weaknesses, we've added Van Persie to the starting 11. First of all, his speed boost is better than Suarez's. Sure, no lengthy, but with smart movement, he'll get through. Second, he's left-footed, which is crucial in a two-striker system that opens up frequent use of trivela and low-driven shot plus like you see here. And beyond those, it's important that he can shoot trivelas on his strong foot. In other words, left striker is the best spot for him, especially with shots like these, which are simply too good not to use. Now back to finesse shot plus and that 5-star weak foot. The shots really do come off equally well from both sides, not like some other cards where the rating is fake. Also worth noting, his first touch lets him smoothly shift into new dribble animations. As you can see, his agility is more than enough. And yes, he feels quicker than Suarez or Henry. Here's a great example: quick touch, animation switch, and an explosive speed boost. Let's also shout out our favorite playstyle, Trickster. It not only helps him break free for a shot, but also sets up the speed boost. That helps compensate for the lack of lengthy. And once again, fast animation chains matter. Here, it's a quick touch, a skill move, and a snapshot to the near post, all in one flow. Low-driven shot plus is always a cheat code. In this clip, a failed keeper save results in a ridiculous rebound. Proof of scripting if there ever was one. So yes, this card isn't flawless, but we really like it for the left striker role. It has so many strengths. Definitely don't play him at cam. He's far better as a second striker, though he can work solo up top thanks to that 5-star weak foot. Van Persie won't outshine Henry with 5+5, but he makes a great partner, especially if you've forgiven him for the Manchester transfer. Suarez is less agile but better at breaking free with lengthy. Plus, he's more aggressive and often wins the ball back, same as Henry and Ronaldo. As always, try the loan version and test him yourself. He's fairly priced and packed with meta tools, but you need to know how to use them, or you'll be disappointed. Ferran is still our favorite though, just saying. Full Van Persie ratings will also be posted on our Twitter tomorrow. As you know, in EAFC 25, the rewards for the Weekend League are awesome, which means that the game has become much harder to play. Our boosters will help you to get the best rewards. Write in, because the number of spots is limited. And don't forget that we also sell coins at a cheap price. All links in the description. Now let's finish with the last review, Lauren James. Her SBC costs just 200k, but sadly she doesn't have a 5-star weak foot. The only recommended chemistry style is Finisher. Her playstyles include the classic meta mix of shooting, pace, and of course, Trickster. James works well as an inside forward, shadow striker, or even more so as an advanced forward. Let's say it outright. Her speed boost is better than Van Persie's, and she's faster overall. Not surprising if you've tried her 96 rated version. That kind of pace makes her a natural fit as an inside forward on the right. As you can see, she doesn't run, she flies down the wing. Sure, she lacks a silver trivela, which would help in that role, but you can see the results regardless. If you build up speed before shooting, the trivela still works, even without the playstyle. Still, we see her more as a shadow striker at cam or an advanced forward, mainly because of the low-driven shot plus, which is best used inside the box. The 4-star weak foot is barely noticeable when going low. Unfortunately, it is noticeable on finesse shots, especially from range. That said, long-range finesse shots plus with her right foot are just as dangerous as any other card in today's review. Her left stick dribbling is solid, not elite, but definitely solid. Trickster and 5-star skill moves help a lot. And yes, James can deliver long balls first time, a great trait for players who use that kind of play. Most importantly, James is tough. She often wins physical duels, unlike Van Persie. That's partly due to her stocky body type and maxed out strength, which helps her shield the ball even against players like Kante. Just look at this battle with Theo. James holds strong and the Frenchman falls after a failed tackle. Bottom line, if you're even slightly interested in Lauren James, complete her. She's got a great build, explosive pace, and elite shooting playstyles. Her only downside is linking, but that's easily solved with icons. And the 4-star weak foot is only an issue if you rely on left foot finesse shots. Overall, a great card. Highly recommended. And once again, full ratings for all 3 cards will be posted on our Twitter tomorrow, so follow us to stay updated on all the latest player reviews. If the video was helpful or at least made your time more enjoyable, don't forget to support our channel with a like and a sub. Thanks for watching and see you in the next videos.